Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we give Paul Heyman the right to our cookouts. We invite Paul Heyman to the cookouts, and we fight Paul Heyman to the marijuana parties. Paul Heyman, you will get a joint. Shout out to Paul Heyman. This nigga went off on that motherfucking child who cannot keep his hands to himself. Now, I'm not here to shame the kid. I have no problem. He's young. He's a kid. I understand. But let's get to reality, bro. One thing you cannot do is put your hands on people for no reason. You can't come out in public in wrestling events, and you can't come out in public and then you just put your hands on people.
Well, he's good on the TV. I like Paul Heyman, man.
No. Keep your hands to yourself, little Jimmy. Keep your hands to yourself, bro. You do not have rights to put your hands on wrestlers because you feel like you have the right to do it, or because your dick gets hard and you don't know what it's like to have patience or respect in life. There's things you don't do in life, and that's put your hands on people. There's a rule I swear they taught us in school. What is the rule? You keep your hands to yourself, right? You keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. What did Lonzo tell DJ Ella in the movie? Man, I see you fucking with my girl, man. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself, man. Anybody taught this kid to keep your hands to yourself, bro? And now, there's some people who don't like Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman did his thing. And Paul Heyman's from a time where they have to protect their character. Paul Heyman's old school. He's a fucking genius, but he might have made some mistakes, but that nigga ain't nothing to be played with. Paul Heyman's one of the realest motherfuckers, one of the realest we got left. One of the realest left in WWE is Paul Heyman. And for this kid to do that shit, I hope he can learn his lesson to just chill, just there's certain things you can't do. And that's putting your hands on wrestlers and managers and actors and stars. You feel me? You can't do that, bro. And my thing is this, where are the parents? I saw a video from BC, and he said that on fucking the parents might have dropped them off, or somebody in the comments said the parents might have dropped them off, and there's some parents who do that. They'll drop the kids off at the arenas, at basketball games, football games, and all that. So he might be one of them who don't have their parents there. So if the parents were there, I don't know. I don't see the parents there at all. So I think the kid was dropped off, and the parents dropped him off. He might have got an Uber. I'm thinking the kid might have got an Uber. And it's like, in my opinion, if this kid's like 12 to 13, I could have swore 12 and 13-year-olds could not have phones and are not legally enough to Uber themselves there. But anyways, this should be a lesson to the fans and some of the people out there, especially the kids, the young ones, the teenagers. Keep your hands to yourself. And to the ones who think it's cool, you could just grab a wrestler and, it's like, I never thought in a million years would I just grab John Cena or The Undertaker or Triple H or Roman Reigns. You feel me? Just because I see them in public. You feel me? And I was never that close in the arena. I was up in the middle section. I used to be up in the upper sections, but I'm usually in the middle sections, man. I afford tickets to be in the middle section. Your boy get this money and he want to go up to see closer views and shit. So anyways, these people need to learn, man. Keep your hands to yourself. And Paul Heyman's one of them who's not gonna play that shit, bro. I don't care if you're somebody's child. I don't care if you're 12, and this and that. I don't care if you don't know anything, young man. I'm going to teach you a lesson. You keep your hands to yourself. And that's what Paul Heyman did. You feel me? And I'm with Paul Heyman on this one. And I saw Bobby Masuda's channel. And I'm not throwing any shots at any YouTubers. But for any YouTubers who try to go at Paul Heyman and say, well, Paul Heyman went out of line. Well, you keep your hands to yourself. I don't give a damn. There's a fucking toddler running up and grabbing me. I'm going to shove the damn thing out the way. Like, imagine a toddler just run up and just grabs you. Tries to fucking, take their nails and scratch you or try to, you feel what I'm saying? Just weird shit, right? I'm going to grab the motherfucker. Keep your hands to yourself. I'm going to push him and say, keep your hands to yourself. I'm not going to beat the baby up or punch or kick it. I'm going to grab him and say, keep your hands to yourself. What the fuck? And I'm telling the parents, go get your damn child. Go get your child. Does anybody have common sense to get your child? You keep your hands to yourself. Ain't that hard? Ain't nobody telling these kids that shit. And now we're supposed to sit up here and think, well, that's wrong. How dare Paul Heyman? He
Touch these kids. Paul Heyman's a piece of shit. Paul Heyman's wrong. Paul Heyman, he's an abuser.
No. He did what he was supposed to do. This is a 60-year-old man. That nigga's been through it all. And one thing he's not gonna do is have somebody's motherfucking child grab him. He's gonna push him, nigga. Don't touch me. What the fuck? It's common sense. You don't touch people without their permission or without. You don't do that, bro. Naturally, you don't do that. You don't do that shit. That's not allowed. That's assault. That's disrespect, and you're disrespecting people's privacy or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's disrespectful, bro. And I never thought in a million years think I could just grab somebody because I see them in public, or if I see Beyonce or Lil Wayne. No, I'm not gonna touch them. Like, what kind of man is gonna touch another grown man, bro? And that's weird, bro. That's weird. And I swear, anybody who defends this shit, defends the kid, and acts like, well, he's a kid. He shouldn't be shown like that. Well, it happened. It's too late. And I'm like, you know what? I'm glad the kid didn't get punched or kicked or nothing like that. But Paul Heyman did what he was supposed to do. He pushed the kid, he shrugged him and said, yo, your fucking hands to yourself. And shout out to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman did what he was supposed to do, and Paul Heyman's got my respect. He's got my respect. He did what he was supposed to do tonight. So, like I said, for all the people who try to defend this little kid, did your parents ever teach you keep your hands to yourself? Did your parents ever teach you don't touch people in public without their rights or without them saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, these kind of people are the type to just touch females for no reason. Do you guys touch females or just creep up on women and think you can touch their boobs for no reason? You think you could just follow them? Some of these people probably follow women in public. Probably follow them shits. They probably text little girls, all kind of weird shit. It's like, bro, how would you defend this shit, bro? You should be like, you know what? Where's the parents? And Paul Heyman did what he was supposed to do. Paul Heyman should have said, keep your hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Grab him and said, keep your hands to yourself. But you don't just sit up here and say, well, Paul Heyman's disgusting, man. This is unacceptable. This is childish. This is ridiculous. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, I even asked myself when I saw Bobby Masoon's channel, I'm like, dude, has anybody taught you to keep your hands to yourself? The problem is you do not touch nobody without their permission. And you don't touch nobody. Period. What you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm just concerned for some of these fucking content creators trying to defend this shit, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, I have no problem with this shit. I really don't. The kid's probably not even hurt. He's fine. You feel me? The kid's fine. People act like he's hurt. No, he's not. He didn't get any proper training. He didn't know any better. Paul Heyman did his thing because Paul Heyman's not going to tolerate nobody's child putting their hands on him. The fuck out of here, bro. And like I said, if anybody who's defending this stuff, bro, ask yourself a question. Is it okay? Or do you have the permission to put your hands on people for any particular reason? So what? You're going to tell me you see somebody like Hulk Hogan, you're going to touch him and, oh, no. No. Get out of here with that bullshit, bro. It's like Paul Heyman's from that era, bro. And people act like, well, what if it's Jey Uso or CM Punk? Them niggas ain't gonna do shit. Now, what if it's somebody like Dave Schutz? If it's somebody like Dave Schutz, oh boy, that nigga would smack you outside the arena to the fucking parking lot. You understand me? Dave Schutz will smack the shit out you if you ever do something to him like that. Because they don't understand, bro. Paul Heyman's from that era, bro. And that back then, they didn't play that shit, bro. Niggas will fuck around and bust your neck open. Hulk Hogan almost killed that one reporter on TV. Them niggas was not to play with back then. But the problem is this, bro. People need to learn to keep their hands to themselves. Especially these teenagers and these fucking kids. Parents, teach your kids lessons. Teach your kids how to respect one another. Teach your kids how to be a human being, and teach your kids to keep their hands to their fucking selves. The problem is, keep your hands to yourselves, kids. Valuable lesson. If there won't be any problems. You won't get hurt. You won't get shoved. You won't have people trying to defend you. Know it damn well. You have no right to put your hands on anybody. Anybody's mother or father or son. Nobody. This is your boy, Say the Realist. I'm out. Peace out.